It's another fine morning, and there is no better time to enjoy a dram, especially if it's a dram of something I've never tried before. I have here a Tullibardine or Tullibardine or Tullibardine or something like that. I'm not sure about the pronunciation as I don't speak Scots Gaelic, but it's somewhere in between those pronunciations I just gave you. It's it says here it's a Highland single malt, and I usually enjoy Highland single malts. And there's a long history blurb on here, but I'm wearing the wrong glasses for reading fine print on boxes. It's 750 milliliters. It's bottled at 43% alcohol by volume, and it has a nifty top on the box. Well, let's see what the bottle looks like. There's the bottle. Okay, the bottle is pretty straightforward. Got 3 labels on it. And what does it say here? A truly balanced whiskey. Something. Is that balancing? Barley, pear, grapes. Oh, okay, these are the tasting notes. I'm going to give that a taste myself. A drop of pure Highland Gold, it says. Well, I'm going to give it a try. And there's the box. There's nothing in it anymore. I'm going to give this a try, and I'll give you my take on the nosing and tasting rather than what somebody else says. Because sometimes, well, they may not be wrong, but I may not agree with them. And this looks like it has a straightforward little divot. There it is. I think I got it. Yeah, okay. Some of these are very easy to open. Others are not. It's got a cork. There we go. And it was not very expensive either. I think it was $57 or $58 plus tax. And for a single malt, that is the low end of the price range. It looks like this is aged in ex-bourbon barrels. And it says matured in bourbon barrels. It's the Tullibardine or Tullibardine or whatever, however you pronounce it, Sovereign. The Sovereign is a non-age statement single malt Highland Scotch. So there's no age statement on it. We don't know how old it is. It's aged in bourbon barrels, which is usually a good thing. And I can get a bit of the nose already, even before sticking my nose into the Glencairn glass. This is the kind of thing I like. I like bourbon barrels. I like bourbon matured Highland and Speyside Scotch whiskies. I remember there was a Diluin or Daluin, however you pronounce that one. I had a 15-year-old Diluin once. Oh, it was nice. And it had a similar nose to this one, but it was 15 years old and more fruity. This doesn't seem to have a lot of fruit to it. I'm getting the influence of the bourbon, definitely. It's pretty much malty too. Maybe we gotta let this open up. At 43% alcohol by volume, it probably does not need any water. Why did I freeze there? What's going on? What's wrong? Okay, let's give it. Very malty. Got a definite cereal-like nose. Let's give it a taste. Mmm. Mmm. First fill bourbon barrels. Definitely malty. It's a little sour. It's like there's caramel, there's vanilla, but it seems like the distillery character, which is quite malty, is very strong. I'm getting some fruits, yeah, but things like pears. No dark fruits. It's all light fruits. Pears, a little bit of lemon. Lemon zest, maybe? Yeah, and malt. It's quite gentle. It's not very strong tasting. It's quite gentle. It doesn't have a super amount of complexity. It's quite young still. Yeah. Grapes, lemon zest. Quite malty. There's a little bit of that, like I was saying, caramel and vanilla, but it's not overly caramel or vanilla. I would say it's quite dry. There's a lot more malt than if there is caramel and vanilla, it's balanced by a very malty flavor. Now, what do they say here? Let me get my reading glasses. I think I need reading glasses. Okay. Yes, I'm wearing my underwear because it's warm in here. It's warm in here, and here we are. A lovely balanced whiskey exhibiting barley, that's the malt, pear drops, and creamy chocolate notes. I'm not getting the chocolate, which develop on the palate with a lingering finish. Yes, there is a lingering finish to it. Yeah, I did taste the malted barley. Pear, somewhat, but I don't get the chocolate. Let's try and see if I can find it. Just by suggesting chocolate, I might taste it now. But my idea of chocolate might be someone else's. Wait a minute. Way deep in the aftertaste, there's like a bubble gum. Let's try this again. Yeah, it's one of the most malty whiskeys I've ever had, or malty single malts. Um, Pear, yeah. I don't get the chocolate. Maybe I taste chocolate differently from other people. But it's a gentle one. It's a nice one to start with. If you want to go on to things that are more complex, like Oban 14 or or a Klein Leash or something like that, this is a good place to start before you go there. It's a little different, and I suspect that it will probably get better as the bottle goes down a little bit, as it oxidizes somewhat, because it's quite young. And young doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. And no age statement keeps the price down. If this would have a 10 on it, or if it would have a 12 on it, it would probably cost, $10 or $20 more, even if it tasted the same. But no, it does have a young flavor to it. And just by the color of the whiskey, I'm quite sure it's non-chill filtered. And does it say? Well, I don't believe it's colored. It doesn't seem to have any red dyes or caramel in it. It's a straightforward, honest expression. If it were an older whiskey, naturally it would probably be darker from interaction with the cask. But in this instance, I'm quite convinced that this is spirit driven rather than cask driven in terms of the flavor. It's all right. A nice entry-level single malt. I would like to try other expressions of Tullibardine or Tullibardine, or however you want to pronounce it. Anyways, yeah, to your health and sláinte.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.